Start recording. Alright, we're recording. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, ooh, we have a hand. A7 suited. It's up to us. We are going to raise to 100. It's a little bit earlier than I like to play in these tournaments, but it's fine. I mean, it's a $10 tournament. Alright, so we've raised our A7 suited, and we got a jam from the guy who just got crushed. I think it's a call, considering, I mean, depending upon what this guy does here. If he over jams, obviously we're folding. If he calls, I don't know, maybe we are over jamming. I mean, what are your thoughts?
I think we can flat against that range and take a flop in position.
Okay, also not a bad idea.
We're suited, we have...
Okay, good. You just folded. So I think this is pretty much an insta call, right? I mean,
Yeah.
That guy just lost a monster, so... Yeah, he's got 10-6. We flop a flush draw, turn a flush. His 10 looks like it helps him, but it's not. Boom! We're on fire! We're on fire! Oh, I thought that was offsuit and was going to fold it, but... Considering we on fire, we're going to go 100 again. We get a snap call from 52. We're 57. We're early. I usually like to wait for there to be antes in play. Ooh. Yeah. This is a weird situation where I may just lay down for 220. I hate doing that. If we get a call from the big, I think it's a must call. I think maybe it's a must call anyway already. Getting 4-1. We're getting 4-1 with a potential 5-1, a likely 5-1 behind us, right?
Yeah.
This is a call.
It's a call, I think. Stack, we can take the hit, even if
I mean,
52
yeah.
over jams, we go away, obviously, but...
And then we miss, like, a fucking champ, and I'm gonna give this pot away because I'm in a terrible middle position, and it's probably gonna be a stolen pot. Often you see these multi-way pots are stolen a lot more than people think. Like, this guy is the original 3-better. And he bets a heavy amount, and it's an insta-call there. Yeah. Bye-bye, birdie. Ooh. This guy is in trouble right now. Because every draw in the world just hit the turn. And the river is draw city. Now,
He's the original raiser.
I think this guy... He's repping a huge hand by making that bet there. Huge, because to want to call, and he just gets folded too. Alright, well, so be it. I mean, the original re-raiser probably had no spade in his hand. That guy was literally repping the king of spades, basically nothing else. But, I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe if I truly had the king of spades there, I'm probably, well, it's tough.
It's a value bet.
Yeah, I think you have to value bet because you know that other spades are going to check behind, but they are also likely to call. So I mean, that guy was at least repping the king of spades there. As to whether or not he was holding the king of spades, that we'll never know, but he was at least repping. I'm not going to get brought into this, even though it's pot odds happy. I don't like queen 9 off, and I'm happy that we folded it. After last night in a live tournament, to you guys out in TV land, this is my buddy Cronin. He's one of my most respected compatriots. We played in a live tournament a live satellite last night where I was crippled by a queen 9 when I was holding ace 8, and he was sitting right next to me. So I know he saw that hand and thought of that like I just did.
Followed up by me playing event number 1 and getting my aces cracked by queen 9.
Oh, there you go. So queen 9 is a popular hand for winning these days, but, you know, a lot of, that's too bad that that was raised there, because I would have liked to have raised 3-5 from the small myself, but I am not going to play it in a raised pot. Out of position. That guy's got a pile too. I mean, it's weird to think. You see, I don't really think people are making as many moves this early in the tournament as you see later, because the pot's just the pot size just doesn't dictate it, you know. But yeah, that's sort of, that hand played kind of ABC. And we would have got a gut shot in. Here we go. Now we've got a hand that we like on the button. The same guy who has raised several times, 3 X's. I am going to 3-bet his 3X, definitely 3-betting now, and it's about sizing. I think 500 is a good number. How do you feel about 500, John? You think that's a good number?
It's pretty close, yeah.
I'm going to go with 500. Now we've got...
It gives some room to 4-bet, and then we can get them all in here if we need.
Yeah, it's...
Too comfortable with getting them in?
I'm somewhat comfortable. I mean, especially at this dollar level... You know, there will be people that are going to pile with less than ace-queen. Alright, this is interesting. Alright, so we're going to do a standard, he insta-checked. So we're going to do a standard 600. See where that takes us. Ooh, a quick call. He insta-checks. Do we check behind here? Is there any...
I think we're in check call mode on the river here.
You think we check behind and then go for check call on most of the rivers? All right. Ooh. Okay. I think we bet, right? Or well, if we have the best hand,
He's folding ace here, which he could float with. I don't think he's probably calling his pairs.
I think he's calling his pairs. I think he's calling his flushes and straights. I think we have to check. Ace-king is sort of the only hand that we can get to fold, maybe.
If you get 3-bet here, then you're not sure what to do.
Yeah, we're checking. We're just going to go with a check. He's got 10s. I don't think we could have folded him off that hand. I mean, maybe for the whole banana, but I don't think there was many other... I think if we had... somehow come to life on the turn instead of the flop, but I mean, we don't know he has pocket 10s, obviously. I'm surprised he didn't check raise this on the flop, to be honest.
In position.
Well, he was out of position. That's what I'm saying. I'm surprised he didn't check raise this on the flop, because we did put a significant flop bet out there. And, you know, he's leaving himself wide open to the floats, which we were... Yeah, it was an interesting play on his part. I'm not sure what that means about him. We are going to be folding 6-10. Yeah.
Ace-queen has showdown value in that scenario.
I think it did. I think it had quite a bit of showdown value, and I don't think it was folding very many hands that had it beat. Maybe deuces and 3s. Maybe, I mean, there are some people who could fold 10s there, but we didn't bet on the jack, you know. So really, we're repping backdoor diamonds. I mean, a person who has 11,000 this early in the tournament is not scared of backdoor diamonds. You know, they just aren't. It's not the kind of player that is frightened of a guy who bets the flop, picks up a draw, and then doesn't bet the draw. Why would he do that? You know. I just don't think we could have sold backdoor diamonds. Here's another little pot that I'm interested in playing. Here's another little pot that I'm interested in playing. Hopefully the guys in front of me will be laying down their cards so I can... I always like to come in for a raise. And the number here is $1.60. I'm not interested in limping into unopened pots. I think that is a very weak play. Alright. Okay, we've got the wheel draw and the betting lead. So 220 seems to be a fair amount. Okay. Oh,
Yahtzee.
gin. All right. So now, I think we're gonna have to time and then check, right? That's what you would say, or I mean,
In
do we
position,
have?
we give him rope to bluff on the river, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we're hoping he has an ace, but if he doesn't, now we're hoping he has a naked deuce. But we're also hoping he maybe has a 7 or something where he thinks that deuce helped him in terms of the 10 being a...
There we are.
Alright, we are going to raise because, like I said, I don't see monsters under my closet. And we're going to make a healthy raise. Do we raise just 1,000, leaving him with 897, or a jam? I think that's what we do. Alright, well, he was just bluffing.
Yeah, and that's what
Which is what we wanted to have him do anyway. So he didn't have an ace clearly, because he would have at least considered calling that. So great job checking on the turn. We would have not gotten that 8 whatever bills on the river. There's some people who talk about playing king deuce suited like it has value. I am not one of those people, and am going to fold this hand. Because I also am not a person who likes playing like 5 hands in a row, because I feel like it lets people know that, oh, this guy might just play any 2 fucking cards. So as painful as it is to lay down, I mean, if we were in the cutoff or hijack maybe, but we're gonna painfully fold king deuce suited there. Yeah, I'm gonna run. Feel free to operate the button for a second.
Okay.
Something, you know. Did I leave the... I'm gonna go check my car to make... You just drive for a second? I just want to make sure I didn't leave that ready whip in my car to get magnified.
So
We have a hand.
we do, and we are not playing this one.
It's a fold.
Yeah.
92 skidoo. You know how many times I got that hand last night? Oh my fucking god. It was the hand of the night for me. I think I even won 2 pots with it because, you know, this is, one of my students was talking to me the other night about how she was card dead. And I said, well, we'll have to do a lesson one day about winning when you're card dead because card death happens to everybody, and it's not a reason to lose a tournament. It simply isn't. I mean, in a cash game, if you're card dead, feel free to stand up and walk away. But in a tournament, that's not an option. So if you are card dead in a tournament, you have to come up with a plan to start winning some pots anyway. And there's some interesting things because when you've been card dead, people start assuming that you're tight because you fold a lot. So you can use that image to run bluffs, you know. So there's definitely something to be said for card. I don't accept I was card dead as a reason for not having made a run in a tournament. To me, it's really not. You can never be too careful. This guy just checks his ace on the river.
Same guy, the last hand when you were gone, had ace queen, flop top pair, micro betting into a $2,500 pot. He bet like 200. So he's micro betting, getting raised, call. Micro betting, getting raised, call all day long with it, under the gun or out of the small blind against a later possession player who, by the way, called a raise with 9-5 offsuit, called the middle pair and turned 2 pair. But yeah, calling his first hand sitting down, he had 5K. So he's instantly wanting to get involved. He's calling hand like 9-5.
Okay.
So, but he is, I no longer see him here. He was here next to 45.
So he got moved.
Yeah.
He was here for one hand and then got moved. That's one of the weirder things about internet play is they move you very frequently. Sometimes after playing just one hand, but it's okay. You just try to remember people's numbers because their number will not change throughout the tournament. But so we have 53 as sort of a soft player right now. I wonder if you can note people. I never even have tried. No, I don't want to sit there. If I'm going to sit anywhere, I want to sit here. Round and round the merry-go-round. I've never done that before. And 9 deuce. Just mention the words that I am a 9 deuce magnet. This guy is in position. He's got a caller. Later in the tournament, I would make a defense that would have involved a raise there. But right now, it's just a time to let it go. But there are times, like I said, where being card dead is not reason enough to give up on the tournament, you know. So if this was 5 levels from now and we'd seen 9 deuce 11 times and you know it was just the only hand that we were ever getting, you know, the saying is you play the cards you're dealt, and which means sometimes you have to play shit. It gets frustrating when shit after shit after shit comes down the pike. But, alright, so we have a under the gun +1 flat and another flat, okay, and then a jam. So this becomes an easy fold. This guy is jamming 48.80 to win 51.20. Not a very profitable play.
No, it's not 51-20. He's only jamming to win the 300. The 300 that's in there.
Well, yeah, I mean to get up to 51-20. Yeah, that is not a profitable play. I wish he had showed his hand, but he didn't. 10-8. I have a story about 10-8 that I'm probably going to tell after I fold when this hand is raised. But if it is not raised, alright, number 8, you going to jam again? You had so much success with the jam last time. Okay, so I'm going to do an odd button flat. Very, very cautious and strange play. Leaving open raises from all these players, but this guy, the big, is the most likely to raise since he has the largest stack. But UTG flatting usually means UTG wants a raise. So let's not give UTG a raise, shall we? Shall we avoid giving UTG a raise? Number 2, you know this. You bought into the tournament second, so you were itching to play. There you go. And we missed. But, it's interesting. Alright, somebody took our play away from us. We were going to try, I was going to try to rope-a-dope and sell a jack to...
Even if you sell a jack, you're getting called by any flush draws, so 10 high doesn't really play well even against that.
No.
Unless you're
Oh,
playing a three-barrel.
this we catch a draw on the turn.
Unless you're 3-barreling there. I mean...
No, I would have rope-a-doped and then put in big on the river to try to, yeah, that's essentially what he did. He sold the jack. I mean, maybe he had the jack, but he definitely sold it. Okay, here's another suited connector dish. We're not in a straight here. Definitely gonna open 2-11. I haven't been doing that. This is I usually like to make 3 numbered bets because it puts what looks like a lot of chips out there, so especially if people are multi-tabling, they may not notice. Okay, and then did we flop a flush draw? No, we've got an all black flop, but we're not racist here.
Black flops matter.
Black flops do matter, as well as do 420 chip bets. A ganja, and we get snapped by the big stack. Oh, we picked up a gutter ball.
Again?
Is he gonna snap again? I don't know. We're gonna make him work for it. 8. You think 6 something? I'm gonna split the baby. 7-21.
And if he flats,
If
we
it's
have to barrel the river as well.
Yeah, if he flats, we're barreling. Okay.
We put him on only thing we can put him on is a flush draw here. If he has the king all the way down, I think we still have to make the bet here.
All right. I think that unless he's on a 10, he does not call here. There we go.
Yeah, once you commit to that first,
Unless he's got a 10, he's not calling there. We may. That's why I think with that river, we might even be able to push him off a king. Although I think he was probably on a flush draw. But our nothing didn't beat his nothing. So, and the all-in allows us to fold kings. There are players that will fold the king there to a shove on the river after we led the whole time. There just are, And maybe he would have hero called. I think Ace King is the only king he can call with, especially because we had the betting lead the whole time.
I wouldn't flat a king on the flop there out of position. I'm raising there.
Yeah.
So
I
it
mean,
doesn't make sense to me.
I had him on a flush draw, but I also didn't want to leave him room to try to re-steal.
Right.
You know, that's also an option. When going all in, you take away your opponent's chance to re-steal. And I think the pot was big enough that going all in didn't seem that crazy. I mean, we were what, like 1.5x in the pot? It's not a play I want to be making every other fucking hand. But I think that particular run out and the fact that he snapped the flop instead of, I mean, he didn't even consider raising the flop. It was not even.
That's why king's out of his range.
Yeah, that's why I think that a king isn't. I mean, a 10, I guess, is potentially in his range, but I think if a 10 is the range, he's got to consider folding the flop. I think flush draw or straight draw are the only.
He folds turn for sure.
Yeah, he folds a 10 on the turn most likely. Yeah, I think we had him. I think he was on a flush draw that potentially something like an ace queen of spades, where he wished he had raised the flop, but then when the turn came and he missed, now he feels like he can't raise because he doesn't have enough equity anymore. So he figures he's going to just call again and try to hit, and then he misses again, and, you know, he probably would have laid down to a smaller bet, but just the fact that he also could have potentially re-bluffed, I elected to shove. I don't know. I like shoving.
It looks fluffier, in which case...
Yeah.
Yeah. It's designed to look fluffier.
Yeah, and it's just hard to call. I mean, it's harder to call an all-in than any other bet. It simply is. You know? For me, anyway, that's the biggest bet that my opponent can put out there. Means he's willing to risk his tournament life. Sixes, kings. Ooh. Right in the gonads. Life ain't fair. Life ain't fair, buddy, number 12. Well, I kind of like, you know, when you play live poker, what I consider a good dealer will add a little drama to the game in terms of how quickly they put their board out. The internet is just, all the pain happens at once. You know, when you're all in, the board is just up there. It just happens. Like, whereas if you're playing in a live game and you get an all in a call situation and the cards go on their back, it's a weird situation there too. Wasn't. Bye bye birdie. 8-3, 7 deuces. Ugly older brother. But yeah, I like a live dealer that will give you a little drama and peel the cards a little more slowly. Just, I mean, we are playing a game here. There is supposed to be an element of fun. Supposed to. An element. A lot of people in this pot. Alright? This is a 5-handed pot at a 8-handed table. King high born. Checks to the. I'm always suspicious when you get a check to the button fires. The button, who also happens to be the biggest stack right now. It's just always, the button had the hand. To me it seems like the button is firing because he got checked to by 11 and a half people.
I'm likely to check raise here from any one of the other positions.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that the button is betting air here more often than not.
Flatten out of position. Well, I'm not sure what range he's on here. Maybe Jack Queen trying to see.
Or he's huge with King 10 and trying to get this guy to keep putting. If he raises here, he's definitely on King 10. Wow. Another flat and then another check.
Quad fours.
I do think his hand is strong. Wow. His hand was not strong at all.
Queen Jack.
Queen Jack, I guess, is the only. But why call such a big bet on the turn with Queen Jack? I mean,
he was open-ended. I mean, you have to call all your chips. And test for that, right?
2 unders and an open-ended draw. All right. No, it does happen, I suppose.
I mean, how often you get 8 whole outs?
You know what I always thought was funny? You have 9 outs to a flush draw, but 8 outs to a straight draw. And it's like, so why does the flush beat the straight? And it's like, well, you're not assuming a draw, The reason that the flush beats the straight is because fewer flushes get dealt than straights, Plus, there's way, you can have an inside straight draw. So there's really, even though it's 8, there's 8 draws and there's 4 draws. So really there's some kind of combination of 12 outs, when you mathematically merge them, it probably ends up being more like 10. So there's 10 outs to a straight versus 9 outs to a flush. That's why a flush beats the straight.
Makes sense.
But that's kind of my guerrilla math, as people would say. My math that I just sort of made up as I went along and didn't bring out the proof. I didn't get, I don't have some big board full of calculus or whatever that is the proof to my theory. But I do believe that there are fewer, that if you just deal, say, if you just deal 7 cards straight up, every time, that more often you're going to see a 5-card straight than you are going to see a 5-card flush. I think they have that part of the game right. No, I'm not sure. I've never even done it. But, and when the game was invented, they certainly didn't. Alright, so we get a bunch of limpers to our crap big blind. Queen 5-5. Okay. We're going to give this one away. 280 chips, not worth fighting for. Number 77 is wondering, can he get somebody else to bet? Number 92 is saying, do I really have to try to steal this pot? I guess I do. Well, you're going to get it from me. Number 77, I think, has a plan up his sleeve, yeah. Although he's been doing this call, fold business. Call, fold is this guy's, favorite line. Which is interesting. does he
He missed his flush
dare
draw.
bluff here?
He missed
Oh, he's got 5,
straight
6.
draw.
Okay, we're on a break.
No, not even 6 high.
We have a 5-minute break. Thank you for coming and doing this with
Sure.
us. With us. Like I always talk like I'm like a some kind of business or something. Me and the multitudes of fans. Yeah, if you want to step out onto the lanai with me, I'm going to smoke this non-smokable smoke. This house is really nice. I call it the big house. and it's all about attention for her, you know, and it's just really sad. Oh shit, we're back in action. We folded apparently our small blind of Jack 4. So be it. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that conversation we had outside out there because she might. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to bid adieu.
Oh, you're taking off anyway?
Time's come.
Okay, well, drive safely back to Savannah. Thank you for your input. We are Facebook friends. I see you listed all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're not getting my stuff on your feed. What you have to do is start liking it sometimes, and then you'll get it more. Yeah. And I always put the links to this stuff up, always.
Okay.
So you'll be able to at least watch that. So, all right, go ahead, drive safe. You know, best of luck. Love the kids. You know, next weekend, what's your plan? You coming down here, or maybe
Potentially Thursday. You got to go back Friday.
Okay,
So,
but not for the. There's like a 570, 150K. That's
Can't
you're not going to play in that.
Can't stay.
Okay.
But I'll be back for the main the following weekend.
Okay. Well, yeah, you've already got your ticket to the main. Congratulations. I wish I had one.
Next Thursday.
Well, and every day next week, every day. So I'm gonna have a ticket to the main. We're not gonna worry about that. But yeah. So all right. Well, thanks, buddy. Good seeing you. Drive safely. You can see your way out. I'm sure. I don't want to miss another hand, obviously.
Thanks. See you soon, brother.
All right. Thank you. Have a great trip. Ooh, we got Jack 10 suited in the cutoff. Alright, so that was Cronin. He had to take off. He's got to be back in Savannah. That guy's sitting out. Right after the break, sometimes you get people sitting out, but alright. We are likely going to flatter to 3-bet, to flatter to 3-bet. I think our hand is strong enough that flatting in position is going to be fine. I think if we were out of position in one of the blinds, we would want a 3-bet, but we're flatting in position here. And we flop 10 high, that's pretty good. We also have 2 runner draws. We're probably going to raise when this guy bets. Yep, we're definitely raising. You just called. Bringing out the time bank. If he has a really big hand, he's obviously going to raise. I think. Can we eliminate draws from him? Not necessarily. Can we eliminate overpairs from him? Certainly not. If he goes all the way down and then jams, we probably have to fold. Although we will be in our own tank. Okay, he folded. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. We got what we wanted. We had the best hand, and he folded. Ooh, Queen 9 of Spades. This is the hand that took me out. I just don't like playing that many hands in a row. It's a weird thing for me. Yeah, you see, it's a raise and a re-raise. We're happy that we didn't get involved with that. It's a big pot out there at this point, but we don't want 500 of our chips in it. Yeah, especially with second pair, backdoor draws, and an overcard that's often paired with our card. Yeah, there's not a lot of reason for that. We would have folded to this 800 pretty much for sure. Interesting turn card. Queen 10 again. There's no antes. We're sort of middle position with this hijack. I'm probably going to just go ahead and fold. Considering the size of the stack and the big, he's likely to defend fairly wide. We're just going to fold. We kind of wish we'd called. Though he's likely to raise and try to pick up this pot right now. Yeah. Bad fold-ish on our part, I guess. Check out the tournament lobby for a second. Check around on the flop there. It's a little bit weird. Currently 82 players of 111 entrants still alive. We are at an above average stack. Not on the first page yet, but that's okay. Small blind leads after a check around flop and gets a fold around two. Oh, we would have made a full house. Wow. Well, that was a rough one. And now we have dead man spades. Ace-8 was the hand that I lost to Queen 9 with last night to take me out of the satellite on the bubble. Taking me out of the satellite on the bubble. We are going to raise to 245. And you've seen The Wire, great television show. If you haven't, you should definitely watch it. There's a scene where Omar, one of my favorite characters from the show The Wire, robs a poker game, and he says, these faux fives beat your whatever. It's kind of a nothing flop. We're going to throw a little bit of money at it and hope he goes away. And he doesn't. We're going to have to Hollywood a fold here. Yeah, that would have been a no-go for Perot. No-go for Perot. Okay, so this is a play that I like. Attacking a bunch of limpers, or what I like is a min raiser and then a bunch of them, and attacking them from the small blind. This person attacked a bunch of limpers from the small blind. There's a little bit less value in the play when it's not a min raise up front. What I really like to see is, I don't like this guy being involved in the hand at all, but oh, I'm sorry, that was the big, yeah. So I don't like under the gun. So yeah, in a situation like that, that's something. Ooh, I would have made a strange 2-pair. Yeah, we would have cleaned up. We would have cleaned up, Dolores. We would have cleaned up, but it would have been a messy cleanup on IL 77. Smack bam, straight to the moon, Alice. Straight to the moon. Ten four, big blind, buddy. 10-4, buddy, in the big blind. We got a early position limper with a very large stack. And we are going to hope to not hit a flop like that. where he wins essentially every time. Yeah, sorry, buddy. Not even giving you another $1.50. Alright. This is a little bit different of a situation. Hopefully nobody raises a third time. Wow. Wow. He came in under the gun with a 9-4 unchallenged because of his position and his chip stack. Well, not unchallenged. I guess he felt he had to when the two of us just flatted. It's very interesting. Very, very interesting. There's a big raise for a player who hasn't been making many raises. We are comfortable folding, which we're going to do without the big raise anyway. Folded, right? Yeah. Okay. We would not have flopped the flush draw. Would have been an all red. The old all red board. Being card dead at this stage, not a big deal. We're going to go ahead with lots and lots of folds. And I'm not sure where our mom went. We are at Mom and Dad's house. My house is being painted. Mom and Dad were kind enough to let me use their house to do some taping this weekend, as well as some sleeping, having Cronin sleep here. My parents are pretty much the most awesome people in the world. So that's cool. Maybe one of them someday will hear that, and I hope they've heard me say it to their face. Okay, here we have Ace Queen, late in position. The big stack is in the big blind, and we are going to raise to for 25. A little bit less than a 3x raise, but which I don't usually like 3xing, but with a limper, a monster stack in the big, Jack tray, there we go. As advertised, we won a nice little pot there without having to do much of anything. This has gotten to be a big pot pre-flop. He went from just 750 and he got a call. He got 2 calls. One of them is the chip leader at the table. He's not, but he's chip leader in this hand. He checks to the original large raiser. Who bets 13-12 and gets snap call. Check. I mean, aces, kings, and queens is going to continue betting. There you go. Okay. 73 skiddy. 73 skiddy. We locked that one in for a fold. We are out of vape juice, essentially. Took that this one more time. Hey, Mom. Where are you at? Okay, well that's perfect because in my bathroom, can you go into my bathroom? Yeah, can you go into my bathroom? There's gonna be some things on the sink, whatever you want to call that, the vanity or whatever. All right, you see, there's two bottles, like of vape juice. I don't know if you know what that is, but like they're bottles with, yeah, there's two of them, and there's a syringe with like a dull needle on it. Like it looks like a cartoon kind of looking syringe. Yeah, can you bring those three things over and make sure I think the tops for the two things may have gotten swapped. So you might want to swap them out to make sure that they screw on tight in case it gets knocked over in your car. You don't want to spill that stuff everywhere. The two largest bottles. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, thank you. I'm at your house. Alright, I'll see you in a little bit. Alright, bye bye. Mom is going to be bringing over the vape juice. So we're not out of vape juice, yay. We're going to check in. Well, let's play this hand first. My buddy Reagan is 2 away from the money in the event 1 of the WPT here in Jax. I did not play in that because I wanted to play in this, oddly enough. And so that's what I'm doing. Next week I will be playing over there. They're going to have a 570, 150K. So next week on Sunday, hopefully I will not be here for you guys. I will be there. Hopefully it will make it up onto the site anyway, because it's one of the live final tables where they do the video thing and all that. So hopefully next weekend, root for me, I will be at Best Bet playing, I believe it is event number 7, the 150K guarantee. Come on out if you want to play, if you want to meet me. I look like a clown, basically. I wear a hat usually that says Rage Side and looks like a mirror ball. And I wear a colorful Cirque du Soleil scarf. I have large mirrored aviators. I usually wear a Fish shirt, PHISH, the band, my favorite band, and also I think it's funny, it's like wearing a donkey shirt or whatever. Anyway, please come out to Best Bet. That's my little Best Bet advertisement. I should tell Best Bet about it. Maybe maybe somebody from Best Bet will see this. I'll send it to my buddy Mike. He works there. He'll see it. Anyway, so we're continuing to play. We would have flopped bottom pair with our ace tray. There's a check. That's always a little suspicious, but I things have gone ace king's way if somebody had ace king. And now I would have had 2 pair, but pocket fives. 8-9 gets there on the turn and then pukes in their mouth on the river, but is able to at least put out a value bet. So that somehow got paid off. Kind of weird. I think if number 8 was a better player, he would have realized the situation that he was in, where he could muscled that pot away from 8-9. Maybe 8-9 calls 100% of the time anyway, but there's also when you're beat by just a king. There's 4 frequently played cards in the deck that beat you. That's a lot of hands that beat you because it's king, anything beats you. So I'm a little bit surprised that he just called with pocket fives, which had really no chance of, they wouldn't have even won in any kind. He would have had to have a completely unpaired hand for pocket fives to have won there. So that was... I'm going to go ahead and put 8 down as a donkey after making that call. Danny boy, this is a showdown. Pocket queens, muckety, ooh, ace 5, ace trade, choppity chop, chop, chop. 7 Dewey, we can fold, there's a 3x UTG from the big stack, comfortably folding the hammer. King Jack of spades. Without there being antes, I'm going to look at how pretty it is for a few more seconds, and then I am going to fold. Fold 20, fold 20. Smoking blunts. My spidey senses are tingling. We may have done this into early opposition. Maybe not. No, we got the button at least. Yay! Danny boy, this is a showdown. No showdown. A Rocky Raccoon checked into his room, only to find Gideon's Bible. I don't know the rest of the song. Sorry. I know it's something like Rocky was hot. He drew first and shot and blew off the legs of his rival. just need to listen to Rocky Raccoon right now. Close my Bitcoin wallet. Hopefully you guys didn't see anything that is... close that. Can we just open a new tab? Let's do that. That clearly isn't. Alright, here we go. I went to Jimmy John's. It's another sandwich place. Yourself new. Everyone knew her as Nancy. So sad. In his room at the hotel. In the room. Said, Danny boy, this is a showdown. And he was hot. He drew first and shot. Rocky, sat in the corner. Oh shit. Oh, what a flop for him. Yeah. Number 39.8 out of 83 remain. Right in the middle. My guitar gently. King 10, we've been quiet for a while. $5.55, one of my favorite fish songs. You just put in my favorite movies. Just 2,000 chips is too much to make up for, and it's going to be an all-in on the flop bet. And even if I catch a king or a 10, I'm not too happy with the hand that we wanted. That call from in position would have been okay. Certainly calls from out of position would have been okay, but we did not want to have to play with the out of position. Evil aces, bye-bye. exactly gently weeping with this solo, but I like it. I like it. Sometimes a gentle weep turns into a howling wail. Stopped the wheel drop. And we will fold it to that guy's Shamarino. Ace 9, Ace 10, Ace 9 catches up. Ace 10 made a very loose call, and while he was nominally ahead, ended up getting punished. Alright, calm down, folks. Jump the gun. The superior jump the gun. Jump the gun. Yes. Morning. Ooh, Pocket Kings on the buttons. This is a warm gun. Happiness is Pocket Kings on the button. Okay, we've got a interesting 666 raise. We have a raise behind there. We're going to put in a third raise. Queens. Flop a set of kings. We are a winner. Yay. shit, I got moved in the middle of talking trash. Alright, doing a lot of things on the internet right now. Doing pocket dates in the big. This is scary. Alright, we gotta turn off the screaming fish for right now, just because we've got action. This hand does not belong to us. Very nice hand. Alright, so we made the correct fold. I don't know if he had a king up there. Damn, my buddy playing it live, they've had a 30-minute hand-for-hand bubble so far. Oh, I just give that guy a walk. Probably would not have walked that guy if I had not had that text message to distract me. But we get made up for with pocket sevens on Zebubel. Sevens on Zebubel. Let's see if they do better than eights in the big blind did. Sevens in the button. See if we can do better with sevens on the button than we did with eights in the big blind. Long time for the call there. Long time for the call there. But we are not going to fuck around. We are going to go for 888 chips. There's a lot of big stacks at this table. I think we may be at a chip heavy table. 5, 6, 10. I'm gonna check for pot control. I just don't see how we have the best hand. This. Yeah, to fold. Yeah, there's nothing that we can beat anymore. 5-minute break. 71 players. We are just below average after those 2 horrible hands. My buddy just made the money. They are playing 18 players. I forgot this is only a $10 tournament. You can forget what the buy-ins on these internet tournaments are kind of quickly. And, Bob? Where are you going? Here, can you come out? So this, half of this bottle of syrup spilled out. What? Said half of this bottle of syrup spilled out. That kind of sucks. Where's, okay, here's all the stuff that you brought over that I asked for. Hold on, what is this warning? Okay, I don't know what that warning was there in the web, whatever, and warning is on
Is that your computer?
Yeah, we're on break in that tournament in the next 5 minutes. So Reagan just made the money in the 50K or in the 100K, so that's good. What how's everything going at my house in terms of the Do you want to change the color scheme? Ah. It, all right. It is 1 minute here. You want to step outside with me while I debate? Not that I feel like I should need to go outside to debate, but so Bible study. I wonder what I wonder what they're going to be talking about John 3:16 there. All right, so we decided that was just a reservation, right? I haven't been able to talk to anybody. I'm going to try to get a call into Andrew tonight. And maybe, like, if I can get the right play, cancel, well, you see, I don't know. It might just be better to, because it's, the thing with the clinic, if I'm going, they're going to have to give me, I mean, there's no way the clinic's going to be open on New Year's Eve, you know? So, probably I could go to that clinic that I went to the last time, you know, in Yonkers, and New Year's, they'd give me like 2 take-homes, one for New Year's Eve, one for New Year's Day, you know, which would be like perfect. And I could stay at Andrew's house those 2 nights, and then the hotel, you know, the 30th and 31st. I mean, maybe that could save us a little bit of money. I mean, obviously the 31st is going to be the most expensive night. Yeah. But, I mean, Katie Ray said she didn't care whatever I wanted, and I just wish she would get on the phone with me, you know? It'd be so much easier to... Yeah. But, I mean, you know, like, it's like trying to get, like, a bunny to come to you. You don't want to make any, like, sudden movements. And, I don't know what her child care situation is going to be. Alright, we're back. Sorry, we missed the Queen 5. But her last text to me when I was asking her about these logistical things was just, okay. Was just, I don't care, I'm just happy to be going with you. So, I guess I just make whatever plans make the most sense for me. Hmm? I don't know. I mean, she's in her 30s, so.
She could have had a child before she was married.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Who knows if the child's 1 or 12. I mean, she was talking about the child being in school.
That could be anything. That could be like
Preschool. We just missed this flop so bad we have to give it up. Sorry. I mean, anything. Why, anything we could have jammed on him, but we had nothing. We probably should have folded to his pre-flop 3-bet. We were distracted. It's okay, 8,000, fine stack. We're a little bit below average, but it's completely fine because we are very, 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 very far away from the money. And we are going to view the tournament lobby. And the money comes at 27th place. currently 79 players. Average 10,000. We are within rounding to 10,000. You can call it. We'll say we're close enough. Ooh. Shooted. 810 shooted. We are going to go to 765. If I was this guy, I would jam the shit out of that, but alright, so we come out firing. There we go. Here we come to save the day. Mighty Mouse is on his way. That, boys and girls, is how you win a pot without cards. Now. Ooh. Some incentive to just call. Monster Stack is just called. Raising is not going to be a popular play now because Monster Stack is just called from under the gun. I put him on a big hand. I probably would have just folded this hand had Monster Stack not come in. This guy, his cat's on fire. He is Monster Stack's arch rival, and he's going to call. And we missed, and it's okay that we missed. I would rather this than like that 8 being a club and us having to hit. This is not a good pot to bluff out, Mr. 122. You should have known better. Yep. You should have known better. Ooh, UTG Ace Queen. Wow. Sometimes, as I say, these are action-oriented numbers in terms of the random number generator being a little pseudo-random. But we'll see. shall see my friend. Ugh. Worcester Maria. We obviously cannot call this. I'm gonna burn some time bank. I don't like to burn too much time bank in decisions I've already made though, so fold it is. Maybe it'll show. Huh. It's interesting. Big blind hand. Very, very interesting big blind hand. You see, it's unfortunate that we had 12,000, and without even such as a showdown, we went down to the 9,000 here. So we're going to hope to flop big and we flop tiny. It's a bye-bye birdie. We are going to look at the tournament lobby again. 78 players. Reg is still available for 2 more levels, which is half an hour. That's one of the things I do not like about this, is the levels are like 15 minutes, which is long for a tournament. And like short level online tournaments. This is not, at least we have antes now. I'm not sure what level they came into play. Maybe the last level. Maybe it was 100, 225, but this is an easy fold. The next level will usually be 200 and 440. You don't want to do color with me? I like to have somebody. Color. Talk about. I mean, we can learn the game as we do it. Right now we've got Deuce 9 on the button, but it's a folding hand, so we're gonna fold. It's a little bit easier in the other room if you can sit there. This is like yeah. We'll go into the other room. We're bringing my mom in for color now. She is not a poker player, but we will sort of have her as a total novice guest, where we will be teaching her the game as we go. I always refer to myself in the royal we, the papal plural. Yeah, my voice is being recorded. As will your voice be recorded. Don't worry. It might not sound like it does in your head. That happens to everybody. Um, Alright, so we would have had a open-ended straight draw. We would have, this is a fold, fold, fold for us anyway. If you want to turn the TV on, you're welcome to. I know. That's, oh, okay, that's not even the TV remote. Okay, we got 6,000. This guy is in the face with the decision, and he folded it. Ooh, we've got pocket nines. This is an exciting hand. Alright, we've got pocket nines, the biggest stack at the table raised. So our options are re-raise or call. I think I'm going to favor call because re-raise gives him the chance to just go all in and blow us off the hand. Which, if he's got a hand like Ace King or something, we don't want to have to fold the best hand right now. Now we got another call behind us, and this guy is likely to come in. See, this is one of the problems with calling. That is such a small re-raise.
What happened to the other two ones? Did they fall?
Well, the big stack folded. Our hand is just too good to straight fold here. Ech. Wow, I hate this. I really. He's just really exuding pressure. I probably should have gone all in before the flop instead of just calling him and leaving him this play. I mean, if it was any card other than an ace or a king up there, I would have called. But I think that it being a king, we don't have even a club, so yeah, this is gonna be a fold. It's frustrating. We've lost half of our chips. He might well show us a bluff right here. I mean, it was a good spot for him to bluff. He probably just did. Ah! I hate when they show that because the 9 came on the turn. We would have won. I wish they didn't rabbit hunt. Alright, well, that sucks.
You're at?
No. But if we had played that hand any differently, we would have a lot. We would have won a big pot instead of lost it, losing a big pot. What happened?
Look at the cards.
Oh, yeah, but we're not in this hand. Our ace 3 has already been folded.
Yeah, yeah. Don't
So,
you wanna see how the other people?
yeah, I mean, I'm still steaming about the
Mm.
9. It's gonna be a couple of minutes before I'm done
Ranting.
being upset with the 9. I just wish they wouldn't even peel the rabbit. I mean, sometimes you get to give yourself a pat on the back because your card doesn't come, but when it does, it just frustrates the hell out of you. So pocket 4's got all in. Another crappy ace for us. Alright, this is where you regroup, you know. You can't let the past dictate you. It seems like the poker gods just throw it in your face. There's a lot of times I wouldn't have folded those 9s, and I mean that really probably should have been one of them. If it was a queen up there instead of a king, I'm definitely not folding. If it was a jack or a 10, the only single overcard flops I'm gonna fold are an ace and a king, and even then, his play is so steel heavy. It's just so steel heavy that, you know, part of his range is, yeah, aces and queens and stuff. Ace, king. All that is part of his range. Although ace, queen, queens, I don't think shoves. Ace, queen, I don't know. It's tough. A lot of guys say, well, if he's not willing to put them all in on his own, he's not willing to call an all in, you know. Queen 9, this is a hand that I have some history with. This is the hand that my opponent held last night when he knocked me out, bubbled me. I had ace 8, he had queen 9, and he bubbled me. And we're not going to call 1200 with it. So that's an easy decision. Can you see better from here? Or yeah, I don't know if the microphone could have picked up your voice. So, alright, we've got 7, 8 suited. I like this hand, and actually,
Feel like 200
no, I have 5,507. Ugh. If he had not made such a large raise, I would have gone all in. But with such a large raise, he's committed to calling me, so it's not a hand. It's a hand that plays great multi-way, and it's a hand that I don't feel bad shoving with. But it's not a hand I want to call off my chips with, which is essentially what I would be doing there, because I have no fold equity for 3,000 more when he's got 30,000. You know. We would have had a little bit of a piece of it. A little bit of a piece. Recover. The best possible thing that could happen would be a break, but since we just had that break, it's going to be another hour. It's tough being a tournament player. They make you got to play on their schedule. You can't. Ooh, that would have been like the dream turn card for us.
Is that a dime?
Yes, that was a 6 of diamonds. So we would have now had a flush draw, a 2-pair draw, a trips draw. Again, the rabbit hunt. A little unnecessary. Like casinos, they won't do it. You know, they're not allowed. I don't understand why they do it on this site. It's not. I've been getting messages in here lately, which is like super unusual for me to get any kind of communications through. Okay, Reagan's climbing the mountain.
Yeah, this is fun.
Yeah, we got 6-9 offsuits. This is gonna be a fold. Oh, somebody went all in. It's gonna be a fold.
You put all those chips in?
Yeah, this guy 159 went all in. So a lot of power to the all-in move. See, part of the thing about the all-in move is this guy now loses his advantage of having the big stack because he can't, you know, he can't put that guy all in. That guy's already put himself all in.
Yeah.
So, unless he thinks he has the best hand right now or has a hand that's likely to improve the best hand, he's just going to fold, which he eventually did because there's not a lot of reason for him to.
So what happens? He just gets all his money back and nothing more? There's no one else.
No, he got the 2 blinds and the antes were in there. There's 920 chips in the pot. If it folds to alright, we are going to go all in over top of this guy. Oh, I'm blowing up over there. Wow, we got all kinds of weird things happening here.
I don't know why you went all in. You had hands like that before and you
Well, because the blinds are getting bigger, there's less.
What did you do? Did you do anything?
No, everybody's folded so far now, except for this stack who's bigger than us and him who's the original raiser. There we go, yay, we won. Alright, that worked out perfectly. 6-7 of hearts. Generally don't like calling, but since this guy is the biggest stack at the table in the big blind, it gives a sort of protection to people raising big because he's in the big blind, you see? So they're not going to want to raise a marginal hand because they would be afraid that he would snap them off. See? We're probably going to get a 400, unless this guy realizes his position and, nope. Okay, alright, well, that is not our flop. Yeah, we're just going to fold, unfortunately. We are dead to runner. See what the turn card was. The turn card going to be one of our runners? Of course it was. The turn card was, if the 5 of hearts was the only better turn card for us. Alright. What were those 100 text messages? It had to be Reagan. Just busted. Ace, Queen of Clubs versus Jacks. Hit the flush draw, no help. $600.
He's John Honesty.
No. I folded. What does it say I got there?
Ace of hearts and 9 of clubs.
And we're under the gun. We're folding. So yeah, the same hand that we raised all in with earlier is a fold at that time. A lot of it is about timing. A lot of it is about position. A lot of it is about, is there other money to win in the pot? You know, that was one of the reasons we went all in with the ace-9 before. See, somebody behind us went all in. There's a call. Ace-9 is definitely not the best hand. King, queen, and threes. King, queen hits a king. Ace-9 was the second best hand, but would have still lost to the worst hand.
He's not a good hand either.
No. This guy, if he's smart, he'll go all in with any two. But he's not smart. Oh, baby. This is huge. This is like a monster flop for us.
That's your favorite.
Yeah. Hopefully we get raised by one of these guys. Oh, god damn it.
What did he get?
He had a flush. He caught his flush on the turn. That's called being trapped in a hand that we wouldn't have played except for we were in the blind and then we flopped huge. I should have jammed free, I guess. I should have jammed free. He would have folded his queen 8 probably. Mm. Mm. I mean, it wasn't really a jam pre-hand. It was a hand that we were going to fold most of the time. least he wasn't one of the people that had more chips than us. And this is only a $10 tournament, so we don't have to get too live or die by it. But I think first place is like $500. That hand is a piece of crap. We're gonna fold it. Check out the tournament lobby real quick. 66 players, 27 of whom make the money. Tournament registration is available till the end of this level. So there are theoretically people buying in right now.
So this guy's all in. He loses all his chips.
Yeah, and he's way behind now. 5%, 0%. Oh, I guess that guy was the one who was all in. He went all in, but he got called by a shorter stack. So technically, this was the player that was all in. But he moved all in. So if like this guy had called him or something, he would have lost everything. And he had pocket fours. The other guy had ace 10, flopped 2 10s, which gave him 3 10s. But 1, 2 doesn't really matter because if the guy still needs a 4 to make a full house, then once you have 2 overcards, if you hit either overcard, then the player with the smaller pair has to make what is known as a set, which is 3 of a kind that he makes with his by getting one of the 2 remaining 4s, in that case. I don't know, but we're folding. That guy went all in. He's all in this time, and since everybody at the table has him covered, if he folds now, you see, this is a brand new player. This guy just joined the game at the very last minute, which I kind of like doing. But you see, the table draw that he got is kind of shitty for him because there's only 2 shorter stacks. There may be about to be only 1. And there's a bunch of really big stacks at this table. The average right now is only 12,000. And there are a lot of people above that. Alright, so that guy's gone. So he'll be replaced eventually, but...
What's happening
just being slow, whatever, there we go. Huh.
He's a new player. Okay.
I think I have to jam here. I don't like jamming a6 because frequently when we get called we're gonna be dominated, but we probably have a 3-out situation here. Oh wow, we're ahead. Ah!
No, you lost, right?
Yeah, play 61st.
How come this guy has no cards?
Because he's in between the blinds. He's a brand new player. He can't come in between the blinds. That was frustrating. That gentleman, King Jack, is not a callable hand. everybody out there in YouTube world, do not think King Jack is a callable hand. It is not. I am going to go ahead and stop this recording now.